Hello, everyone, and welcome to the round 2 recap of the Éire BB Championship. So let's take a look at what happened in round 2. Bozzy Balls got a fantastic draw against the fantastic man himself, Jimmy Fantastic. Jed managed to get a 2-1 win against Murta's Dark Elves. Saigarai's Renegades got outbashed by Bashto's Wood Elves, which was incredible. Boban managed to get a lovely 2-0 win against Unforgiven in one of the few games we didn't actually watch this round. Galibrant and Benbo Baggins got a 1-1 draw in a game which Benbo decided to find out just how many 1-9s he could roll in a game. Castrol unfortunately went down 2-1 to Andy Devo's Necro, and Stunted Brain lost 2-0 to NATO in the first game we watched this round. Misspell Tree won 2-1 against Willie Walsh in a game which Crowdog joined us for commentary, which was a lot of fun. Shumway and Seducer of Trolls fought it out for a 1-1 draw in a Wood Elf mirror. Smoother Camera and Danton drew 1-1, and Tulian, with the biggest win of the round, won 3-0 against Ozaneros. We also saw Antonis fall 2-1 to Bron. I myself had to play Kalon and fell 2-1 in what can only be described as a complete and utter dicing, really. No, in fairness. Fair play to Kalon. Well played, well played. Lepeg and Medicine Dan got a 0-0 draw, and Maduxador drew 1-1 with Scrofula, bringing us to the end of the round 2 recap. So, let's take a look at the tables after round 2. So after the first 2 games, we only have 4 coaches on 2 wins. They are Jed, Boban, Bashto, and Andy Devo. So some really juicy round 3 matchups there. Like I said, Kalon's game having to count twice, so he's going to have to play Jimmy Fantastic. Absolutely diced again. Poor Kalon has played Andy Devo, myself, and now has to play Jimmy Fantastic. What has that man done to piss off Nuffle? And then as we go further on down the table, you know, we see Bozzy Balls, NATO, Mishbel Tree, Shumway, Bembo Baggins, Galibrant, bringing up the undefeated lists. And then there's other people who've lost games. Well, except Danton. Danton's managed to draw both his games, right? And then so, some of us are doing quite poorly, actually. Yeah. But let's move on to round 3 fixtures. And so yeah, here we have it, the round 3 fixtures. Super exciting games at the top of the pops, right? We have Jed versus Boban. It'll be an incredible game. And then we have Bashto with his Wood Elves versus Devo's Necro. That's going to be fun. And then, like I said, poor Kalon, absolutely diced. You know, he's on a win and a loss and has to play Jimmy Fantastic. Fuck's sake. Bozzy Balls versus NATO is going to be kind of cool. Misspell Tree getting to play Benbo Baggins. That's going to be really fun one. And then we have a Team Ireland off in Shumway versus Galibrant. Tulian has to play Murta in a Elf off, is it? Yes, Wood Elves versus Dark Elves, right? Really cool. Then we have Bron versus Saigarai, which is going to be fun. Danton versus Unforgiven. Castrol versus Smoother Karma. Willie Walsh versus Seducer of Trolls. Stunted Brain versus Scrofula. Maduxador versus Medicine Dan. And then for 2 streamers, finding ourselves in the bottom bracket of this round 3 fixture, Lepeg versus myself. You know, 003 incoming. And finally, but not least, Antonis versus Ozaneros. So some absolutely cracking games coming up there in the round 3 of the Éire BB Championship. I can't wait for it. We're going to have a lot of fun watching those games. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching this review and preview, should we say. And we'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.